when we walked in, we sat down for a second, and somebody walked in and like whispered some top secret stuff to you, and I did everything I could to not listen. I didn't listen. I literally
leaning in.
No, I don't know what was being said, but it felt very important, and there were some big decisions being made. But I want you to know I did not hear it. Now, does that happen a lot where somebody comes in and is like, "Oh, we need to," because you're so close to the locker room, you got to kind of keep that quiet.
Usually they'll close the door, but since you guys were in here, it was very low key. Yeah,
I did not listen much.
Much.
Okay, maybe I listened a little more. Maybe I just heard a couple words, but
it's actually Did you hear? A little bit.
I didn't hear anything.
Okay, we're hoping it's not a thing. Because if it's a thing...
No, I don't know what you're talking about. I keep secrets. I know everybody's secrets. And I don't tell secrets because I'm just an honest man, Coach. So I'm going to leave it there. But this is really cool. Like, to be a manager of a major league team, professional things aside, like, that's so freaking cool, right?
It is. It really is. Especially here.
Yeah.
I mean, this is... You talk about baseball town. This is incredible. So to do it for this organization, this is year 18 for me. As a player, then I couldn't hit. They released me, became a hitting coach, came up through the ranks that way as a manager. And then to be here and then hold that seat, man, it's incredible. It really is.
This place has put out extremely, in the baseball world, not even just Cardinals, but in Major League Baseball, like the greatest managers in the history of the game. A little bit of pressure, like within yourself to just like perform because of the past and the history?
In a good way, though.
Yeah.
Like it's one thing when you wake up every morning, if you were with an organization that didn't care as much as the Cardinals do, like I'm not sure I would wake up for that and do it every day. It's that pressure, the expectation of doing it well that actually gets me going. Like, you go out there tonight and you lose, they hate you. It gets you motivated to, make sure you're not missing anything. The city loves their baseball, and you better win. Yeah.
This city, there's like 3. St. Louis, Chicago, Boston.
No doubt.
Culture towns.
Yes.
Where when it's game day, even if it's a weekday, like you feel it. The first day that you get to come into the office, like what's in the office? Is it empty? Or is there just like like what happens when you move into a new, I know it's like moving to a new house, but how about a new office?
It's empty. Well, no, the chairs and stuff were here. I haven't done a whole lot to it, to be quite honest.
We did notice that. We did notice there's like 5 things in here.
I told myself I wouldn't do a whole lot until I got an extension. And I should put some stuff up on the walls now. Yeah.
You feel good about that extension?
I feel better about it, yeah.
Why not good?
Huh? No, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Positive, yes.
Good.
I feel great about it.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
We got there.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's like, I'd feel a little better about it if I were,
Skip, what is, what's your day like? When do you, show up game day?
Yeah.
When do you show up? When do you leave? What do you do in the middle?
Man, longer days. You're usually here by 11 or so, 11:30, and you start with meetings with the medical. That's who walked in, kind of gives you a brief on all the guys.
Hey, we do that.
I didn't know that. I don't know what's going on.
They let you know kind of anything that you may have happened overnight or anything like that. So you go through that. Different staff members come in for about 2 minutes apiece, and you kind of catch up with them, and then you start your prep for that day. We got the Cubs coming in, and you make sure you got everything kind of tightened up leading into that series. That takes a couple hours out of the day. And then right around now, players start showing up, and you have certain scheduled meetings with them, guys you got to talk to. That leads you to the hitters meeting right around 3:20 today. Pitchers have their meeting right after that. Then you go out, you hit BP, you come in, you eat, you shower, and you strap it on. Yeah.
That's a weird term.
Strap it on.
Strap it on.
You want me to?
I got a visual.
Yeah, me too. I don't like what I visualized.
We'll edit that, right?
Yeah, of course.
Probably not.
Absolutely.
Probably not.
No, for sure. Who was your favorite ball player growing up?
Oh, I don't know if I had a favorite player. I grew up watching Omar Vizquel playing short, which I enjoyed watching him.
One of the best defensive shortstops in the history of the game.
So if I watched a player, probably Omar. Mm-hmm. Living in Florida, we caught a lot of the Marlins games, a lot of the Braves games. So I watched a lot of Braves. But never had my favorite player.
Did you model yourself positionally after anyone, or did you watch anyone's tape and watch how they would do it, or ways they would get to the ball? I don't know. Did you mirror it all after any great?
Probably Vizquel in the way he played the game. I mean, defensive just guru.
Did you ever meet him?
Never did. No, never have.
I met Matt Holliday once.
How'd that go for you?
It went okay. He texted me and he said to give you a hug. I have the text and I was like, I'm just going to say that.
Not gonna do it.
He said hug him on camera. I was like, I'm just going to say that. So Matt and I have been really good friends for 15 years, like old school.
Yeah.
You guys are super close, like real life friends.
Yes.
How did that relationship come about?
Man, he was in the big leagues. I was in the minor leagues, and his wife is a better person than him, and got along with my wife.
Cosign.
Yes, cosign. And we lived in Jupiter. They lived in Jupiter in the off season, so we would go over there and just hang out and have dinners. And man, we were there a lot. So got to know him. Once I got this job, I offered him the bench coach job, and he did it for about 3 minutes, and then chucked the deuce on me. But I still love him.
He also worked for his brother for about 3 minutes, and then chucked the deuce on him too. Yeah, he did the same thing for his brother. When you have a friend like Matt, and you watch his kids grow up to be like, I don't want to say better because they're not. I don't want to put that pressure on them, but I mean they're elite.
They're
like,
really good.
Both of them.
Yes.
Does that make you feel old?
I attended the wedding for Jackson, and he was standing up there, and it was the first time I was like, what are we doing? Like this, I remember him very little. But man, the kid's a beast, and Ethan's incredible as well. So it'll be fun to watch them.
And Matt looks like he could still play if he wanted to. If let's say everybody like pulled a hamstring today.
Yeah, I'd give him a call.
All at once. No, I'm not asking that. Could
okay.
you do? Could you give us 3 innings right now?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I couldn't do it when I played. I was terrible.
But you give us 3 innings in the field.
No, I'd chuck the deuce. We're
Come
good.
on.
You would chuck the
Skip.
deuce too.
we'll
You
just
just
call it.
You just go 8 men. And you play with 8
I will
instead
play
of
with
that.
8. Yeah.
What's the hardest part about this job?
When you do it well, you sacrifice something. It usually comes at the expense of family, and it's hard not to carry the losses home because I mean you're thinking about it nonstop. I got 2 little girls; they're 6 and 4, and I have to. It takes me about 30 minutes to drive home, and I need to. By the time I get home, I need to be dad because the scrutiny is real, man. This town loves winning, and when you lose, they hate you, and rightfully so. That's part of being a fan. If things are going well, great. If they're not, it's somebody's head, and that's mine. So making sure that when I get home, the hardest thing is that I'm present and I'm there for my wife and my kids, and then when I leave home, lock it back in and do a good job here.
Could you get unlimited massages here with the staff?
Oh, for sure, right?
Like that, because that's what I would do. I would come in
every day.
I mean, because obviously the players need work. I mean, could you just come in 20 minutes early and every day and have an appointment?
Can I?
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you?
I've never got one.
Oh, you're missing out.
Skip, what are you
missing
doing,
out.
man?
You're missing out. That's the first thing I would do.
That's the first thing that comes to mind for
I'll
you.
get all the free clothes and massages, like from the trainers.
And all the gum.
And it's seeds,
All the
probably
seeds.
seeds. I can't do a lot of sugar now. As I get older, the sugar just kind of sits in my gut. But I would do seeds.
Are you getting one while you're here?
I didn't know they were free, so I'll have to talk to the staff.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see what. How are your injuries? Do you ever feel them now? Like from your injuries?
My personal ones?
from playing days. Like when the weather, because the Midwest weather's like changing all the time.
Yeah.
Do you feel them?
Not really. No. I tore my meniscus. I feel that from time to time, but no, I'm good.
How's your arm? Can you still throw?
I don't throw. No, I
Never.
got guys that throw great. Yeah.
Man, see, that's the thing I would do too. I'd be playing all the time. This is what I would be as a
He's like,
manager.
I don't do that
Yeah, I'm
anymore.
asking him like, do you ever do this?
So if you had this job, you're running around the field
Oh yeah, I'd be a player coach.
and getting a massage every day.
Yeah, I get a massage, eat a bunch of seeds, change like 3 outfit changes during the day with all my free clothes, and then I'd be a player coach.
Shoe game would be on point
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
But
it
Skip,
would.
you understand he's so far away from your job
Yeah,
that
it's
he's
incredible.
fantasizing all this stuff.
Yeah. That's it. It's like, I work and I do stand up and I do podcasts and radio,
Yeah.
but it's all like my dream has always been to be like a big comedian or rock. So we created a comedy band and we played these shows with thousands of people. But I only did that because I wanted to be a rock star. Like we schemed a way to be a rock star.
Yeah, we made
the
it
same
somehow.
way I would scheme a way to be like a
So
player.
today, what
manager.
does your day look like today? What are you doing today?
So we did the radio show this morning.
Yeah.
Then we did a podcast out in front of this.
Okay.
We're here talking to you. We'll talk to probably Paul. We're gonna go, but we're watching the game.
And then we're gonna stay for
Yeah,
the
we're
game.
gonna stay for the game.
Are you
tonight.
hitting today?
I don't know if they'll let us.
That'd be
The
nice.
thing,
I know somebody.
I hear you.
Yeah.
The thing is,
Hey, you just talked about how much you would hit.
I know, I hear you, but like, I probably need a massage after if I do. That's the thing I'm worried about. Is that is your whole closet red?
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah. At home? No, but here.
No, I mean even at home. Like, 'cause you can't wear blue. Let's say you go to the grocery store and you're in blue.
No, I
do you
never.
mean?
No, I
You
don't
can't
wear
wear
red.
blue.
No, I never wear red outside of here.
Why couldn't he wear blue if he goes to the
yeah.
grocery
If
store?
I saw him at the grocery store, the Cardinals manager
Wearing blue?
wearing blue, I would be like, that's bullcrap.
I get that anyways.
Yeah. Do you ever read about yourself?
No, I used to have Twitter, and it's a dangerous place.
It's a very dangerous place.
Yeah, it's you don't want to look.
There's
yourself
no
up there.
love there. I mean, I do really cool things sometimes. Nobody ever tells me.
They still hate you?
They still do.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
beautiful. That makes me feel better.
Yeah.
But no, I don't go on there anymore. It's
It's 162. That's so many games.
yeah.
So the funny question is, that's a lot of, even if you have a really good season and you lose, let's say you
Sure.
lose 60 games, you have 100 wins, that's still 60 losses that people get upset about.
They'll get upset even when you win sometimes, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
but the real question is, do you think 162 is too many games?
Gosh, I don't even think about it, man. You put your head down and you just go. Like once spring training's over, I don't know what day of the week it is. I don't know what time. Like you just show up and you just go. I've never even thought of it, to be quite honest.
On one hand, I have a lot. Here's my thoughts. On one hand, baseball is such the history of our country, right?
No doubt.
And it's fun to see today compete with 50 years ago.
Okay.
You know, Maris hit 61 and 61, and you have McGuire, but Bond.
Yeah.
You have all of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Like, it's fun. This sport does that. It allows that to happen. So I would hate for that to be gone. But I don't keep up with 162 anythings.
Yeah.
Like,
What would you shorten to?
I'd probably go
Like in the 140s?
10.
Excuse me?
Like Little League?
Yeah.
We just do 10 one week?
I'd probably go, because I'd probably go like 90 and then 7 innings.
You gotta,
I'm
you
in on
gotta
the
see
7
Skip's
inning
face.
Yes.
I think
One of the greatest things when we did the during COVID, when we did the double headers and there were 7-inning double headers, money. Yes.
I think, like football, for example, it's
90's
once a week.
aggressive, by the way.
Well, then I think we should do 81, and everything counts as double against the old school. Like you do 81.
Okay.
So I think 162, as I get older and my attention span gets shorter, I'm like, man, I can't keep up 162 of anything.
Yeah.
I wonder if you had any thoughts on that, because I feel like July, like that's like burnout time. It's hot.
Yes.
You're right in the middle of it. Does it ever get like that to you, where you're like,
Yeah,
man,
but
it's
you get the All-Star break and you get that reset, which is helpful. And 3 days doesn't seem like a ton, but when you don't get many days off, 3 days is an eternity.
But what if you make the All-Star team? Then you got to keep going.
Does it look like I'm making an All-Star team?
Well, you don't make All-Star office. There's nothing in here. This is the empty office. This is literally. So next season, hopefully, we'll see some
Yeah,
stuff.
I'll
But
go for it.
I think you can. I think you guys.
No,
are,
for a player, and that's why some of these guys, man, they make it and they're toast. Like they are gassed. So I do hear that, and the guys will come in, they'll make the All-Star team. They're excited about it, obviously, but it's a drain.
What about load management in baseball?
Yeah. When you look at how you use your pen, and given this is a big part, like our season right now, dug ourselves a hole, and you want to give guys like Goldie and Nato and some of these guys a day off. Man, when you're trying to catch up, that's hard to do. And they're great about it because they don't want days off. But load management, it's a real thing.
Skip, where's your phone during the game?
Great question.
Like, do you have it on you, or is it back in your office or the
No,
locker room?
illegal. You can't have it on you.
Okay, so
Yeah, so it's
say
just
your
like that.
wife wants to get a hold of you.
She calls a trainer. Like if something real happens,
Even like, do you have a buddy who's like, man, I need to talk to you about something, dude. My chick left me. Like, I got.
That's true.
what are we
Like-
doing right now?
Like, does
Like
anyone?
real life, real
do you
life.
Like
ever
if somebody needs me during the game,
Yeah.
they're gonna wait. Yeah,
you gotta wait.
Yeah. Like if something happens at the house, she'll call a trainer and they'll grab me and pull me in here. But if you need to tell me about a girl leaving, we'll do that.
Because we do a radio show, and we always have those buddies who are like, man, I'm trying to call you. Like, yeah, we're on the
air,
radio,
and
man.
in like 200 cities right now. So don't try to FaceTime me while I'm literally talking to millions of people. That
Yes,
type of thing.
no, I don't get any calls. Like people just know, so I don't get anything during the game. If someone really, like if my wife really needs me, that's different. But that doesn't happen.
What if let's say the 8-hole, they get the last out in the inning, so 9's up, and they go back and I don't know. They say they're watching tape, but they go back here to check their phone. Does that ever happen?
Yeah, that happens.
And that's okay.
I mean, it happens.
It is what it is?
It is what
Okay,
it is.
yeah.
I mean, the grown man.
What if they're getting a massage? What if you and they come back? 'Cause that's
He's
what I
back-
would do.
hey, he's
I
back
would
to
come
the
back in the
massage.
middle. I'll be like, my hamstring's killing me, and I would come back and get
doing?
some work done on my hamstring. I'm just injured all the time. Like that's like the greatest thing that could happen. Would
Take care of it before the game starts.
Yeah.
And then you're out there on the bench with the boys. Yeah.
Okay. We were ranking cool things to
Yes.
get from players. I'm gonna let you in on a little secret.
All right.
So I don't mean for this to be a flex, but it's gonna sound like a little flex.
I'll do it.
I was the youngest person ever put in like the Broadcasting Hall of Fame.
Right about it.
Yeah, it's like
Say it with your chest.
I was the. So basically, I'm like the Babe Ruth of broadcasting.
Yeah,
That's it.
Yeah. So we were going to talk with Paul later, and I was going to go because you have players in basketball, football, and the culture. They'll trade jerseys now, big part of it. And so I was going to go. I'm going to give you something of mine. I was going to just give him a microphone and see what he would give me back as the bit.
Yeah,
that's funny. Without telling
him. That's his bet.
Without telling him we were doing it.
Yes.
And Paul knows of me a bit because he played college ball down where we're from.
No doubt. Yeah.
And so we were ranking the cool things to get from players. At bottom was the signed baseball. That's like the worst.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Second would be a batting glove.
That might be.
You think it's even worse than a baseball?
I'd rather have a ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who are those balls on your desk, by the way?
My little girls.
Got it.
Yeah.
Third, we got to the very top. So what's the coolest thing you could get before we tell you what our answer was?
Man.
And don't go crazy, Skip. Like
it's
car.
not like his car.
Not like that.
Yeah, he's not gonna like sign his car.
Like something out of the locker room.
Out of the locker room, I'd probably rather have cleats over a bat or a jersey or a
I thought cleats over bat. They didn't think cleats was that cool. I thought cleats were awesome.
All right.
I went batting helmet. When do you ever see anyone give their batting helmet away?
Not often.
And then they went glove.
And then glove, because
But glove would never happen. But glove's like
that one's not gonna happen.
That's like the thing.
That would be
The players have multiple gloves in their locker.
Oh gosh, yeah. But there's like a practice glove, a game glove, and then one that they're breaking in order to kind of cycle it through.
Wow.
So
that was number one on the list.
I can see that.
Do you have any cool memorabilia from players?
Oh man, I rarely ask. From that last year of Albert and Yachty and stuff, I got some cool stuff there from them that they kind of gave me at the end of the year. But I rarely ask like an opposing team. Yeah.
How do you feel about managers wearing uniforms?
I have to.
No, I know you have to, but I'm saying, would you choose?
This is a big thing in the city. They get mad when I don't wear my jersey. That's a thing. Yeah.
What do you
go on Twitter? The thing that we talked about.
Yes, we've heard of it.
Yes.
Well, really?
Oh yeah.
And again, baseball's awesome because it's traditions, right?
Yeah. Like I wear pants and I don't mind like throwing the hoodie on and I'm good to go, But they really like the jersey's a real thing, so I wear my jersey every day.
But let's say you were the only person on the board of change. Would you have managers wear the full uniform?
The full uni?
Yeah.
Gosh, you're gonna make people hate me even more. No.
I don't think I would either, though.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the traditions that I don't, because most, not you, great physical shape.
Yeah, you look good. You look good, Skip.
But I would, if I were a manager.
But if I were like 70?
No, say it again.
I wouldn't want my big gut hanging out over my belt.
Yeah, dude, we'd look terrible.
For me, I wouldn't want that.
You're constantly like walking, pulling your pants
Yeah, it's
up.
like a plumber.
Doesn't fit right, man.
And I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but I wouldn't want that with me.
Yes.
And so you don't have to worry about that for probably.
What would you wear?
I would just wear a hoodie and just like some
the baseball
Adidas pants. No, I don't wear baseball pants either.
You don't fill them out.
Well, that's not very nice. We don't like that, do we?
Just being honest.
Yeah, we don't like that one bit. All right. Okay, so real question about this season.
Yeah.
I feel like now we're building a little bit. We had a rough start. You feel like we're almost back to 500 as of right now?
Yeah, dug ourselves a hole. The biggest thing was the offense. Not coming together, clicking together, and everything else actually looked really good. When you look at the pitching, the rotation, the bullpen, defense, all the way around, it was clean. The hitters were a little behind, and now we've caught up and we've put it together, and we've won 8 out of 10 or so. But I do feel like we're heading in a really good direction.
You feel like you have an open door, and do they accept the open door, and do the players come and talk to you?
Yeah, that's one thing that's been really good. These guys, I mean, I've known a lot of them for a while, and they're comfortable coming in here and shooting it straight. Like, our biggest word is honesty, and sometimes you have to say things that people don't want to hear, but it goes both ways, and I think it works well, man.
Are you younger than some of the players?
I believe so.
That's awesome.
When Wayno was here, for sure.
That's awesome, getting to boss people around older than you. That's awesome. That's the coolest. That might be the coolest part of this job.
That would be cool.
That would be awesome. Okay, we have 3 final questions.
Yeah,
we're going to wrap
go
it
for
up. Do you ever go to the mound full intention to pull a guy and he convinces you otherwise, even though your mind is made up?
It's happened before, yes. This year, it has not. With Wayno, it happened a couple of times with Wayno.
So what could he say? Well,
Gosh, he's just like, you go out there, you know he's gassed. It's time, and there's a level of respect of like, man, let me get this last guy. These are my runs. Let me be the one to give it up. I got this. And you sit there and you, on your way back to the dugout, you're going, this is a bad idea. And there's times it works out and there's times it doesn't. And you just kind of keep going. But there is a level of trust of looking a guy in the eye and saying, you know what? All right, I trust you. It's yours. Go get it. And it pays dividends down the road, you know?
Yelling at the ump.
Oh, boy.
Let's go.
Yeah, like, what's like, do you think that you have a chance when you get up there to win that argument?
I don't think you're trying to win anything.
What,
At that point,
what are you
you're
trying
just-
to do? What are you trying to do?
What is the win?
Gosh, just letting it eat. Just you hold it in for so long, and you see your guys get screwed. And listen, they're trying to do their job, and for the most part, they do a good job. But there's times where you're just sitting there, and enough's enough, and you go out and you just yell into their soul. Yeah.
Oh, we just heard he wants robot umps. That's what I heard. He wants robot umps.
Have you gotten too close to where like you spit on? You're like, oh crap! I didn't
No,
mean to. Okay.
no, man. Like, you're not trying to disrespect anybody.
Right. No. I'm not. Like that. I'm saying while you're yelling, like, oh,
No,
crap, that came
I
out.
have not.
Okay.
And I actually like it when they come back at you, because that's what makes it. I mean, we are in the entertainment business. I mean, people
You ever
pay to
ask to be thrown? Like, just go throw me out.
once.
Yeah.
Once. Yeah, once. This was, I think, last year. It might have been in 22. But yeah, I went out, and one of the first things was, get me out of this one. And you just go at it for a little bit. They toss you.
That's awesome.
Outside, yeah.
It'd be so cool to be tossed.
Yes,
I'd get a
dude.
massage immediately. I'd come back to the training.
And where did you go? Where did you go, Skip?
When we're at home, I chill right here. I turn it on the TV and just watch it from in here, and it gives you easy access in case people still need you during the game. I'm trying to think of on the road. I try to stay in
Chili's?
Bennigan's.
Applebee's?
Yeah, hit the Bennigan's.
Chili's. 2 for $20 at Chili's. Oh, dang it. No, because you still have to do post game, so it's not like you can start
right.
drinking and
Right.
slur your words
Yeah.
an hour later.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Last question. It comes to analytics. I feel like we've seen like the analytics stock market go up and down, and then it became everything was so
You like it, don't like
overanalyzed. It's fun as to look at like exit velocity, right? Like that's fun to see and compare.
Sure.
But it gets to be too much sometimes.
Yeah.
And as a manager, how much now do you feel like it's back on the let's let human and intuition take over a little more than it was 5 years ago?
I don't think it needs to be nearly as polarizing of a conversation as people make it. Like, it's information. That's all it is. And I'm going to take as much of it as possible to inform my decision, but it's not going to make my decision, right? So I'm in favor of bring me everything you got, whether that's a coach that's seeing something and has a gut feel for a player or a situation, or someone from upstairs coming down and saying, hey, here's what we're seeing trend-wise. So for me, it's, man, give me as much information to make my decision as possible.
Still, you can contradict that though and go, I'm not feeling that.
I've never had someone from our analytics department or president or anybody come downstairs and question a decision based on your gut versus the numbers. Not once. And that's not everywhere. I can tell you that. Yeah.
And where would it be? No, I'm kidding.
You list them in.
Yeah. No, all good. Hey, we really appreciate the
Skip,
time.
thank
No
you.
doubt.
Really cool to
Absolutely.
see that turnaround already this season.
Yeah.
And rooting for you guys.
We got to keep it going.
And yeah, let's keep it going.
I like you. I think I've decided I'm going to play for you someday.
All right.
Someday, dude. You're like.
Someday.
All right, thanks, Coach.
No, you got it, Wes.